I completely agree with that. Andrew, what do you think of that topic? There's a very small percentage of players that have raw talent. What percentage do you think the top pro players have, like raw skill versus hard work? Do you think it's all hard work? I think with sports, there's a lot more raw skill, like genetics. You're gonna.
I think
some
PC
people,
gaming, there's a lot more.
I think there's a lot more
training.
hard work.
You can
way
train
more
it
than with
more.
sports.
Yeah, because with sports, you have to have a certain like muscular structure, skeletal structure, certain height, etc.
Yeah, like I'm not going to become a pro volleyball player. I'm never going to become a pro basketball player. Being 5 feet tall.
You can train to move your thumbs a certain way. Now, some people don't have like the reaction
I
time.
think you can train your reaction time though.
You can train it up. But some people are definitely
games.
You can
I feel like Asu has raw talent
yourself.
because he's really good at every game he plays. That's what I'm saying. Like some games, I think that if you're like some people like Shroud are very good at just first person shooter games.
You think Asu has raw talent? Do you think Asu also has played like lots of physical sports his whole life, or has he mostly played computer his whole life? Like I don't think he was like a football player. I think he probably just played PC games basically his whole life. So I mean, how many hours does he have?
As I'm saying, you don't know if it's raw talent or he's worked
I think
thousands
he's probably
and thousands of
trained
hours.
the shit out of video games. I don't think he was like I don't think he was training to play football and stuff as like a kid. I think he was playing video games. I think he probably trained a lot.
Asu was a pro CS:GO player. Did CS:GO translate over to Apex? I don't know that game.
And a lot of these guys too, you also have to like be able to live your life correctly, right? And like be able to stay healthy and stuff, because a lot of people, you can't just train to play video games and not take care of your body or take care of like your real life shit, because then you're going to get sick and or depressed and also probably get kicked out of your house because you're not going to make any money. So like Asu probably is really smart outside of gaming. Like he obviously has got his shit together. So like you can't just expect to just play video games and not get all your other shit together. Like, so that's why it's so rare to have like an Asu, because a lot of people do play like a lot of video games for like a year, and then they realize like, oh shit, I'm like really unhealthy and like my vitamin levels are all fucked up and like I'm getting kicked out of my apartment because I don't make any money. And so like to be able to sustain that level of playing and training video games that much, you have to have all your shit together. So that's why a lot of people aren't able to do that. Yeah, there's like so many variables that throw most people off.
Shroud has raw skill, which is his aim. I've seen him play Overwatch. His aim is insane, but he didn't have much game sense, which put him back a lot.
What do you mean by raw skill? Like he wasn't just like 25 and he was like, oh, I'm going to try to play CSGO. Like when he was like 6 and 7 and 8, 9 and 10, 11, like his whole life, he's been grinding that shit.
I'll tell you what I think is, I think that Asu and Shroud and guys like that, you guys are saying, I think have worked way, way more than any of us can even realize, honestly. Hours upon hours upon hours. So I think their skill was through hard work. I think what took them to the next level was maybe a personality or something extra about them, whether it was just luck with being at the right place at the right time. But I think that, to become that level of streamer, the 5,000 plus streamer, the 10,000, the 20,000, the 50,000 streamer, like it takes a certain type of personality or a smart business person to get your stream to that size. So I will say maybe that's something that you just can't learn. Maybe that's something you're born with, that type of charisma. Maybe. I guess when it comes to Dr. Disrespect, I'd say that personality, that's something that like
He's an actor.
He's putting on a show. Like not anyone. No, most people can't do what he does. But I don't know. But Asu's not like a crazy big personality though. He's just amazing at what he does, right? And Shroud, I haven't watched Shroud enough to really know. But is Shroud a big personality, or isn't he just kind of chill?
Yeah, he's just chill.
He's just really good at aiming and chill.
I think obviously scientifically you can learn more when you're younger. Like your brain starts to not be able to
born with it. 93% hard work. In the case of someone like Asu clicks heads 24/7.
Yeah, if you can grind the aim labs, there's people that just grind that, and you could just get really good at aiming, and then
you have to put a lot of effort into training. And it's not even just hours played. Like I've played Apex for probably 3,000 hours, and I can guarantee you that 1,000 of my hours were just mindless, like me refusing to take instruction or get better or like actually do stuff. There's a difference between hours playing and actually working to get better and mindless hours, because there's plenty of people that have 2,000, 3,000 hours in this game and they still suck at this game, and that's okay. You're playing the game to play the game, not to get better each and every time that you step out there and play. And there's a difference. And some people play games as an escape because you're working all day long and you don't really care necessarily about getting better, but winning still feels good. So maybe you are at just a much slower rate. But I think streamers have like the pressure on them to, especially me, like I want to be the best that I can be in the short time that I have been playing because you guys are watching. Like that pressure is big. So that,
yeah, I mean, Juka's a really good example of that it can be trained because you were a complete, you didn't know where to put your fingers on the keyboard. You didn't know about WASD.
right.
Like she didn't know anything. She'd never played controller or anything. And she's pretty damn good. So I mean, give her like 5 more years.
Clip it.
Yeah, I think it's trained, guys. You can train. But you got to train correctly. You can't just make the same mistakes the whole time. You should probably train with people that are better than you and try to get your aim better with like programs.
You started following.
If you're into tennis and if you just go out and play with like your same friend every time and you're not getting any instruction on how to get better, you can play for 40 years and you're going to be basically the same. But if you have a coach and if you're playing with people that are better than you and you're trying to elevate your level and learn new shit all the time, you're going to get better. Same with the gaming. If you play with your same old friends and you don't ever try anything new and you never practice anything outside of your comfort zone, you're probably not ever going to get better. What if you're really old before trying to get good at FPS games? Screaming taller. That's I think a problem.
Thank you.
It's probably gonna take longer to get good at them than if you were younger. I mean, it's just harder to learn shit when you're older. Your brain is like all crusty and just.
I didn't play my first video game till I was 30 years old, though, so don't worry. Like
right at 30, your brain, half your brain just turns to stone.
Pick up a video game and try to turn a career into like a first-person shooter game. Like I don't care what age you are, you guys can do it with zero experience before. 100% you can. I will say, though, that I do think that being competitive, which is a personality trait, is very important. Because if you're so bad at something that you're so clueless on, why would you care to get better? But I think that the competitive drive is the huge thing. And that's okay. Not everyone's competitive. And thank God not everyone's competitive because competitive people can be really annoying and really toxic to be around. I'm 13 and I'm grinding on AIM labs and participating on Apex and I get better every day for 13 hours. Okay, well, Fizzy, I hope you're doing some school stuff too because like I did say, I highly, highly recommend having a career outside of gaming also. I think that that's very important because streaming is not just being good at video games. There is a huge business networking side to it that you need to be aware of a lot of other things. You're operating a business. You need to be self-motivated. You need to network with other streamers. You need to network with talent agencies. There's a lot. Okay, you're doing that and putting money towards college. I'm proud of you. Red Veins. Red Veins, thank you.
Dude, you guys are crazy.
Y'all are amazing. Thank you for letting us take a moment to chat. This is actually really cool to take a midstream chat. I love this.
Unlucky Pawn said it's our birthday. It's our 27th birthday. Well, thank you for 27th birthday wish, Unlucky Pawn. You're a few years late.
It's not, Andrew. I'm 40 and can smoke some decent players. It is just perfect practice and dedication to growth. Okay. Thank you for all you've done tonight. Red Veins, guys, on X Games. That's a wheel spin just because of Red Veins right then and there. Thank you.
Thank you, Red Veins. Appreciate you.
I'm 38, 36 kills, Wraith, and Season 4 Predator. My age is nothing. I'm also very good looking. Damn, Danger. Y'all, we got any single peeps in chat?
Guys, Jugo, let me say something.
Sorry.
Somebody said if you're older, is it harder to learn? I think it's probably harder to learn a little bit. I think there's like I think when you're younger, you learn things faster. So yes, you can be like 50 and be really freaking good at this stuff. But is it going to be like as easy to learn as if you were like 14?
Rock said watching Isaac made you change how you play and you play games and it helped you get a lot better at gaming. Yep.